NFL, we got it all. On the block, sports talk. 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 Directed by Kenny Stafford.
What's up, everybody? It's On the Block Sports Talk Friday Night Edition. We're coming to you live from the studio, the N.E.B studio in the BX. We got the Hammer to my right.
Oh.
Jet Nation Hulk Smash. He's gonna smash it up.
Woo.
Kung Fu Panda, missing in action for a little while, but he's back in the building. He's going left as normal. And me, Big Joe in the house. We want to talk. We got a whole lot of things to talk about.
All right.
A whole lot of things to talk about. I got the free agency frenzy. A lot of moves that some that didn't get made that I would have liked to have seen, and some that did. So a lot of things to talk about that aspect. NBA, a little bit of NBA, you know, college basketball. Got a whole bunch of things going on.
Little thing going on in New York.
There's a little something happening in New York. There's nothing major, just a little something to talk about. We're going to get to that after we talk about this. Talk about some football first?
No, we got to get to this Phil Jackson.
Okay, we're going to get a little bit of news. A little bit of news.
That's a whole lot of news. Whole lot of news.
Madison Square Garden is
Phil Jackson now. Phil Jackson's here? What happened?
What? You ain't know? You better ask somebody. Everybody.
Talk to me.
Like me and Coach Black was talking about last week. It's going to go down. And we was gassed on it. And it went down. Phil Jackson, a 13-time NBA champion, player coach, is now the president of basketball operations for the New York Knicks. It is official.
He signed the paper.
He signed on the dotted line. And he got a chunk of money and a piece of the team, which is, you know, that's all right. Hey, you can't turn that kind of stuff down.
Why not?
Exactly, you know?
Let me tell you something. James Dolan must have been really scared of that protest for him to do this.
Yeah. The fans were about to make some noise.
I'm just saying.
And he did what. Now, just let him do what he needs to do. Step back, let the man operate. If he makes the wrong choice and it blows up in his face, whatever. Just shut up and let him do it. Because too many times Donnie Walsh, Grumwall, he didn't let them finish their job. Dolan, sit back, shut up, and watch the games. Let Phil Jackson do whatever master plan him and his team he builds comes up with, and let's see what happens. Hopefully Melo stays. I think that you got a nice grin on your face there, Kev. How do you feel about this whole situation?
Hey, I think it's a great move. I think it's a great look for the New York Knicks. And if I'm Phil Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you take it? You get $15 million, right? You get a percentage of the team. You've never been a GM. Why not? You know what I'm saying? They need something.
They need something.
You need hope. Need hope.
And the whole prodigal son type thing. He won his first 2 chips as a Knick.
The big Zen master.
Drafted by the Knicks.
The big Zen master.
If he can turn it around and please, and bring a chip to New York, like I said last week, they'll put a statue of Phil Jackson in the middle of 34th Street.
Well, excuse me.
If that was to happen.
Excuse me. They go my host again. Going over
He's
the top.
not here right
Going
now.
over the top. He's not here right there.
That's why I said if this kind of stuff was to happen. It's a giant if. You know the old saying of if was a split.
Yeah.
So
you talk about me being lefty.
I didn't say nothing crazy.
So Phil's going to bring you a ring.
I didn't say that.
If
he brings us a ring.
He couldn't get Jeannie Buss a ring. He's not going to get you guys.
He don't want to give her a ring. He's stringing her along. That's a whole other story.
What was that?
That's the man's
fault. The Brooklyn Nets humor right
there?
Little bit. Come on, that guy's in a playoff spot. What are you hating for?
I'm not hating.
The man's going to do something.
I'm not hating, but stop trying to take my back pages.
If like I said, if Dolan lets him do what he wants to do, we might be able to build a contender, and we'll see what happens in a few years. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm not that crazy. I'm not that over the top. I think it's going to happen like next year. It's going to take a few years.
You do think it's going to happen?
No. I'm realistic.
2 years.
It's going to happen
2 years before they do something really constructive.
Yeah, because they got to work through cap issues.
Next year they really have nothing.
Yeah,
the bottom line is this. Is Melo going to stay? Does Phil want Melo? There's answers to be, but the bottom line is
they got to have a sit down.
It's a great look for New York.
Right.
No matter how you look at it, it's a great look for New York. People want to weigh the goods and the bad, but there's more goods to go with this and bad. Has he ever been a GM? No, he has never been a GM. But you know what? He's a winner. He knows how to relate to the players. Players going to want to play for him. Look, you know what Pat Riley did when LeBron came to visit him? Threw his rings on the table. And Zen Master got 6 more rings. What do you got? 7 more rings than Riley.
Bushel.
He got 7 more rings than Riley. Now,
he has a jewelry store.
Now, one thing that Phil did say though, which is a little complicated. You know, I mean, just 6 months ago, he was saying how this whole Knick team is ridiculous. You know what I mean? They're unorganized. They're a mess. Yeah. You know what I mean? What is he going to do to clean it up? You know what I'm saying? We know it's not going to take overnight. We do know in 2 years that them players like Kevin Love that we thought that was going to go to L.A., players like Rondo, players like
back like, wait a minute,
players like my man from Portland. You know what I'm saying? DeMarcus already.
Yeah.
Players like that will possibly come to Knicks. Now, do you build this team around Melo now?
That's what I'm saying. They got to sit down and talk and see if Melo's going to be on the page that Phil likes to be on.
He has no choice.
He has no choice. Exactly. So.
If every other superstar that ever worked with him did it, what makes you different?
Okay, well, this is the bottom line. Does Melo want to wait 3-4 years?
It's going to have to wait anyway. There's no way he can go that he's going to win like that.
If he goes to Chicago, he can win like that.
It's a new agenda.
If he goes to Chicago, he win like that. If he goes to Houston, he can win like that.
I don't know if he goes to Chicago and wins like that.
Why not?
With Thibodeau, we're going with if Derrick Rose come back.
Listen, with Thibodeau as your coach, if they had Melo now, without Rose, and the way they're playing,
the check, man.
But they're there.
I say they're making a lot of noise.
Making a lot of noise.
Winning the check.
Making a lot of noise.
Hey, who's to say
they don't got the size to get past Indiana?
Now he wants Steve Kerr. He wants to bring in Steve Kerr.
He wants to bring.
Wait. That's speculation.
Yeah, it's all speculation.
You didn't say that. So it's like everybody pushes people like Melo in Chicago.
Yeah.
Who started that?
Joakim
Noah at the.
But it's really an agenda now. Like, Steve Kerr. Like, no, he might want to keep Mike Woodson.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Mike is about to go.
About this?
Yeah, Mike is about to go to Indiana.
Yeah, I don't see.
We're sure about this.
You know why?
I don't see Woodson as a Phil.
Mike is about to go to Indiana.
Right.
To college.
Phil's coming in. Phil's bringing his people.
Yeah.
So you said Jim Clemens
is
going to be
they're on the same page.
Could be.
Because, like you said, you know, you have to.
Could be. And then you want. And then, excuse me, Joe. And then you want to realize this too. The coach that comes to the Knicks, and if they do well and they succeed within the next 2-3 years, and say they get to a championship game, what have you, does that coach get the credit, or does Phil Jackson get the credit?
Phil's getting everything.
Phil's going to get all the credit.
With
the media, the papers, they're going to give it.
You have to have the right coach.
That's going to understand.
And that's going to be Phil's guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's going to be a Phil guy.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not going to be Mike Woodson.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Not giving nothing away, not taking nothing away from
Woody. I don't see
that. I don't see that.
Breaking news. Indiana is buying out the contract for the coach that is right now, so they can bring Woody in.
Yeah, they know because they know
Woody's not going to be. Yeah, Woody's not going to be there.
Everybody pretty much knows Woody's going to be going.
So that's the nail in the coffin.
So about Frank Vogel or Indiana or college?
Indiana.
Tom Crean, they're going to give it.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of Tom Crean for some strange reason.
Wow.
They're trying to buy him out, and they're going to bring in Woody.
Wow.
He's one of Bobby Knight's guys.
Yeah.
He's one
there from Bleacher Report or something?
PTI this afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Incredible.
Big shout out to PTI.
Got that from On the Block Sports Talk.
Well,
and that's where y'all getting it from, On the Block Sports Talk.
Phil's going to bring in his guy. Like, whoever. Yeah, you say he had no GM experience, but you got to be pretty sure he worked hand in hand with the GMs he coached under. So he knows, he has an idea what to do.
Okay, now, like you said, Dolan must be
hands off. He got to just let it go.
Well, is that going to be the case? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, the bottom line is this. Phil, I mean, who got it better than Phil right now? You ain't got to come to New York basically and and do the GM. You can do things over Skype. You'll be in LA. You'll be in Montana. He doesn't want to live in New York City because he said it's too dirty for him. He needs to be upstate somewhere.
Outdoorsy guy.
You know what I mean? So
go to Westchester. You go to Rockland, Phil. You'll be all right.
Oh, he'll be up there, no doubt.
Yeah. You got all that stuff up there. He'd be good up there in the mountains.
And it's a great look. You know, I didn't believe that it was going to happen until I saw it. I thought this was a ploy for him to come to the Lakers. You know, and then after listening to what Kobe said the other day, I still didn't believe until, I heard it today. It's official. You know what I mean? Like Kobe said, he can't believe that this is happening twice.
Yeah.
That they letting Phil go twice.
Because they did him dirty with that D'Antoni move. He said, I'll give you an answer in a day or two, and then they undercutted him and bring in D'Antoni.
Right.
You know, Kobe was tight behind that. Even though he has a relationship with D'Antoni, he does have a
No,
better
he has a great relationship with Phil.
Yeah,
he just was very quiet about the whole D'Antoni thing and said, okay, I'll ride with this for a little while. But he sees that this is not happening. And what did he say? He said, now I know how I feel like to be a Clipper fan for all those years.
Bang, bang. Shots fired from Kobe.
Even Magic Johnson tweeted, you know, Phil needs to be in L.A. That's where his roots, you know, his roots are really in New York, though, but he's been winning in L.A., though.
Yeah, he won 5 over there.
And
I respect for that.
And the bottom line is this. I think, and I'll say this, and I know Coach, he's not here, disagree. Is Phil Jackson a great coach? To a degree, I think so. But he always had great
talent. Yeah, made it easy.
Great players. Great, but he never really had to work at nothing. I mean, when you got Jordan, Pippen, and you got that team from Doug Collins. You got that team from Doug Collins, and you build it there. Okay, you put the triangle offense in there, and then you had and then you had Kobe and Shaq. You had great players, man, and players to put around them.
So we need
one thing makes it harder. It makes it harder because now it's expected to win.
He juggled.
So you got a certain pressure.
He juggled
to play with those type of teams. You expected to win. Your name's Phil Jackson. You got a load of 2 teams.
But what happens when the Knicks don't start winning? What happens if they don't start winning?
That's when your New York media comes in and starts biting.
People got to be patient. It ain't gonna happen overnight. It ain't gonna happen 2 years. It's gonna take 3 years.
You almost gave a parade that Phil came here.
Because it's something positive, which hasn't happened in a while.
Didn't you put a big billboard up of Provorov and Jay-Z on a billboard? What are you talking about?
Yeah, but we got.
And once y'all signed the 2 old guys, y'all had a parade.
We're 4th seed in the playoffs right now, right?
But one thing the Knicks have always done is over-exaggerate.
Exactly.
They'll be there, had confetti come down over the playoff.
All right, really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, don't thank me. You mind your business. We talking as Knicks.
Yeah.
You're
getting a little overly excited.
We can be very overly excited.
I hope this isn't like just a whole spectacle. This press conference Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's announced. Keep it moving.
I don't see it being a spectacle because Phil's not that kind of guy.
You don't think you're
not that.
But you know, one thing about Phil likes talking to the media. Phil likes messing with the media. James Dolan people, they're not allowed to talk to the media.
That's what I was going to say.
But there's going to have to be changes because Phil's going to talk to me.
Phil talks to the media.
Phil's going to say what he wants. He's going to do what he wants. Dolan's going to have to accept that.
How
long is that going to last?
Everything else he's tried failed.
Yes.
We've been miserable since you came, Dolan.
Yeah.
Well, no, not really, though, because when he got Donnie Walsh, though, it was a good look.
But then he didn't let him finish the job.
He didn't let him finish the job. Now, is he going to finish the job?
He has no choice. He has to.
You see what happened with Donnie, right? You see what happened.
Somebody has to tell Dolan, leave it alone and let him do what he got to do.
Somebody told him something.
No, but listen, you can tell Dolan you want. That don't mean he's going to listen. He's going to know all the money, though.
Hopefully he does.
He's like the Jerry Jones of the NBA.
To a point, yes.
No, you can't put him and Jerry in the same class. Can't do it.
Why?
Jerry got it right at one time.
You know what? But listen,
Jimmy
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what. So is this like Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson? Is this like James Dolan and Phil Jackson?
It can't be because we're not stupid enough to believe that you built that team, James. You have nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
We were losers when you were here. You can't say nothing. You can't say credit for nothing.
Just sit back and let Phil.
Well, let's be realistic. We wasn't losers last year.
Yeah, won 54 games.
154 games.
Smoking mirrors.
We had expectations this year. High expectations this year.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And it blew up in
our face. But you know what, Knicks? Let's we talking Knicks. Let's get on. They're on the roll right now.
5-game streak.
They're beating teams they should be beating.
Yeah.
Okay, they play Milwaukee tomorrow. Yeah. Hopefully they win that game. It'll be 6 games.
Yeah.
Okay, now it gets a little tough because then you got the Pacers coming. But you know what? It's a good look for them to bring to have the press conference before the Pacer games.
Yeah. So
what if they get blown out by the Pacers? But you know what? We got Phil Jackson. So that game's not even going to be thought about.
Sure, that game's going to be thought about.
They got
to win in that game.
They got to catch the Pacers. Not even catch the Pacers, but beat the Pacers.
They don't have to beat the Pacers.
No, they have to win everything because the team on top of us They've been slipping.
But our mentality, we can't have that mentality.
What's their record?
They 5 games.
What's their record?
Less than us in the losing side.
It's 3.5 back. With 3 back from Atlanta.
From Atlanta?
Yeah, and they've been slipping. So we gotta win every game that we can. We can't afford to lose anything.
We gotta win every game.
And Indiana's been up and down the last week and a half of playing.
So has Miami.
Yeah, so
Miami's been one
4 games up.
4 games. They got 4 games.
They got you by 4 games. You can't win 4 games. You kidding me?
There's still 17 to 18 games to go. Atlanta, come on, man.
The bottom line is beat the teams you need to beat. And the thing that pisses a lot of Knicks fans off, why didn't we care a month ago?
We had to hit our bottom. You had to hit their bottom.
You want to see what I'm saying, Joe?
Yeah.
Why couldn't we beat the Philadelphia team we lost to, the Milwaukee team we lost to,
Sacramento team we lost to? The teams we're beating were supposed to be we lost to 2 weeks ago. And it's like, what the hell, man?
It's like you gotta see the bottom. Just like with the whole organization, you gotta see the bottom before you
There's too many times in a game, and there's too many times throughout this season that the Knicks play dumb basketball, and they've done that a lot this season.
Uninspiring, selfish basketball.
So is that on Woody now?
To a degree, it's going to be on. You got to put some of it on the coach.
No,
unfortunately.
You got these grown men running around on the court talking about I'm not inspired.
They're not listening. Well, it's not Woody's fault.
It's NBA, man. Wake up, man.
Start
motivate
people
yourself.
out. They start toning the people
smart,
out.
Man.
But they got to step it up. They have to step it up because there's nothing to gain from tanking. Because our first round pick goes to
Denver.
So there's nothing to gain from that. So just play it out and give it a chance. Give it a play your heart out and hopefully get that AC.
So I lost to Milwaukee tomorrow will be devastating.
Yeah, it will be devastating.
It'd be disgusting.
Devastating.
Milwaukee's horrible.
They are.
They are the worst team in the NBA.
No, they're not. Philadelphia is.
No. Milwaukee
they're tied. Aren't they tied?
Philadelphia right now is the worst team in the NBA.
18 in a row.
No.
Milwaukee's.
Record-wise. I don't care what the record says.
But 18
right
in a
now,
row.
I feel you coming from. I feel you coming from.
18 games in a row.
Absolutely.
You lose 18 games in a row. You're the worst team.
Yeah, you suck. You do.
Tank City.
Hey.
Horrible.
I can't even think about that.
You know what I mean?
So hey man, listen. But on the brighter note, Brooklyn's in 5th spot.
No, let's talk
You're
Brooklyn.
in the spot, all right.
Brooklyn beating up on Miami.
Wow. 3 games, 3 in a row.
Listen, that's what the Knicks beat Miami.
But that don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
that don't mean nothing because you beat them 4, right?
No, 3 out of 4 last year.
Yeah, so it doesn't really mean nothing.
You know,
but
the Heat are like, yeah, whatever.
Brooklyn,
but they do want to beat Brooklyn though.
Brooklyn and Chicago have the best
Brooklyn do match up well, but the only thing that pissed me off with Paul Pierce the other night was like, oh, we match up well against them. We're not scared of them. We can beat them. We want to see them in the playoffs.
You know why?
Shut up.
No.
That's from the Boston thing.
That's the Celtic talk.
Yeah.
That's
Celtic talk. That's that old man. You can't let it go. You're not gonna beat them in the playoffs.
No, you know.
No.
Not
at all.
Not with Durant. I mean,
not at all. They match up well.
Now.
KG will be playing in the playoffs. They match up well, but Miami will step up the game.
Oh no, it'll be accelerated. It'll be like a regular season game.
And the whole thing is, can Indiana step up their game?
But
I tell you, bottom line is this: both teams are not playing well. The Nets are playing very good ball right now.
Right now,
they have confidence.
Right now, Chicago and the Nets have the best record since January 1st.
Houston, calm down, buddy.
All right. So Houston, I'm talking to East. I'm talking East.
No,
I'm sorry. I didn't bring the Knicks in. I'm sorry. You won 5 games.
That's all right.
Anyway. So the way I see it,
it's funny how you can hire somebody and still take the pages away from these dudes, man.
Yeah.
Off a hire in the losing season.
You know why? Because you need it. You need it. The Knicks need this.
You guys are
still on this town,
you guys are relevant. You can win 4 titles in a row. You'll be like the New York Islanders. You'll always be relevant.
Listen, I doubt nothing.
Listen, you know what?
If we bring a title here to New York, you're off the map.
Let's give props to Jason Kidd.
Yeah,
because we were about to kick him out the door.
Listen, we can go back on our show, 2 months ago?
Yeah, people laughed at him.
We laughed at him. Don't know what he's doing.
Spilled his drink.
Players are not talking to him.
Yeah,
spilling drinks.
It looks like him getting rid of Lawrence Frank was a good move.
It was the best move he did because they allowed him to coach.
Maybe they just started listening to him more.
He should have got Coach of the Year last year.
Who?
Jason Kidd.
Why no? Because he was
the Knicks coach. He was the coach of the floor.
He was scoreless for what? 18 games?
Coaching.
24 games.
He wasn't thinking about shooting.
What time is it?
Coaching.
Oh, he still ain't scored.
That's all
Jason
right.
Kidd still ain't scored.
Hey, that's your coach.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That was
You're
cute.
a funny guy.
I try to be.
But
So,
anyway.
all right, NBA talk. Does Joakim Noah smooth up slightly in the MVP?
Stop. Cut it out.
What?
Cut it out.
What?
Cut it out.
Thank
Cut
you.
it out.
Please, really. Who else is on that team?
Please,
Cut it out.
stop.
Who else is on the
This is
team?
Joakim Noah,
Listen.
He has a good season. Good
Very good.
season.
Very good. Joakim Noah is very good. Listen, you take him away. Would you take him before champ?
Yeah.
I said that before. Y'all told me no.
Yeah.
I'll take him before
Y'all told me
Brooke.
no.
I'll take him before Brooke. And you know what? Yeah.
We fussed about that. Listen.
I'll take him over.
He's playing good ball. All props do.
I'll take him over Brooke. And that's the reason we're doing well. Brooke ain't there.
No one take him over Brooke. He's healthy.
Thinking about that.
He stays
Very
healthy.
good.
Thank you.
Y'all will be a better team with Brooke Lopez.
We're scoring. We're scoring without
This
him.
dude is crazy,
No
man.
doubt. You'll be a much better team with Brooke Lopez.
All right. But I would take him over. I'd take Noah.
He's an Iron Man for the
No.
most part compared to Brooke. He's an
His
Iron Man.
motors, he's like Dennis Rodman.
Who?
All day.
Yeah.
All day.
All day. We're handling. The handle, and he can
At least he
pass.
can score. Chandler can't score. You ain't lobbing the ball to Chandler.
Yeah.
Chandler can't score, and you don't want to see Noah score. You ever seen him shoot?
Don't make a
there you
difference.
go.
It goes in.
Guys shoot.
It goes in.
I know,
It
it's
goes in.
like buckets.
Like-
I get it.
Listen, you see the way Jack Sickman used to shoot? When
No, actually, I've seen Reggie Miller used to shoot.
Yeah, he shot like
He shot like that. Yeah.
after he released the ball.
Yeah.
After he released the
Yeah.
ball.
It was weird.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Really?
ugly. I swear he did. I don't know.
Really?
I'm sorry. I'm
Really?
just saying.
Really?
It was ugly
That's
shot. man.
there you go hating again.
It was ugly.
Anything the Knicks blew.
What? I'm not hating. He had an ugly shot.
said-
Even he said he had an ugly shot.
What are you trying to say?
And my man Troy, you know, he knows.
I'm not. Am I hating by saying
What
Reggie
do you
had
say?
an ugly shot?
What do you say? You got
Yes.
East Coast bias.
He was water. He has water. His shot was water, but it was ugly. Everybody knows that.
That was an ugly shot.
That's not hate.
Top 5 ugly shots. Reggie
Sean
Miller.
Marion. Sean Marion. and
Greg Anthony.
Disgusting.
Greg Anthony. That man got a nasty lefty.
Nasty.
Yeah. So yeah.
And,
Right here on Sports Talk.
You know what?
Yeah.
Everything.
Joe's like Paul Pierce. You talking about not letting things go?
Paul
Can't
Pierce.
let things go.
Paul Pierce.
Well, he just said
AG, right?
He can't let things go.
Talking
though,
Cheerios and all that.
Am I right or wrong, Troy?
He doesn't let it go.
Doesn't let it
I'm
go.
not hating on Reggie
What?
Punk ass. I'm not hating
What's he
on
fucking?
All you need is a box of Cheerios up here, bro. A box of
I'm saying,
Cheerios.
man.
You
Any more basketball? We're gonna talk free agent frenzies and NFL.
Uh-oh.
That's it, dog. That's about Brooklyn's playing well. Who's the best team in the NBA right now?
Toronto.
San Antonio.
Record-wise.
Record-wise,
record-wise, San Antonio is the best team, but San Antonio they're starting to beat teams, but they're like 4-16 against top teams.
Mm-hmm. I think Houston.
I would agree.
I think Houston's the
I would
best
agree.
team. They're starting to click.
Yeah.
They got waxed yesterday. Yesterday in Chicago, but I think they're playing. I think they're the best team.
Dwight Howard's starting to do his thing.
They got the
Frankenstein is starting to. I told you, he went right at him.
Who would you rather have, Noah, Howard?
If I want to laugh and giggle, I go with Howard. But I did,
If you had to draft,
if I had to draft right now, I go with Howard. But if I want heart, I go with Noah.
I'm taking Noah.
It depends on what my need is. Because the thing is, sometimes they don't even use Howard. He'll have 10 points. Like sometimes you don't even use. No, he's playing well, but they don't. He don't get a lot of touches sometimes.
Noah. If I had to start a team, I'm taking.
Actually, you know what?
over Howard.
Chicago. If Indiana had Chicago's heart, they'd win the title.
Yeah, sometimes they play.
Chicago.
Yeah, if they had that heart, I'm really dreading the fact that we got to meet them because they're 4 and we're 5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I see what happened last year with your man Nate Robinson. I'm glad he's doing commercials right now.
Yeah, he broke his leg. Yeah, he broke his leg.
But Chicago's a hard way to go.
Nobody wants to see them. Nobody wants to see them. Nobody wants to see Brooklyn.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they're going to have the chance of we playing each other and not beating anybody.
I'd rather see Brooklyn than the Bulls. Try to run them off the floor, get them old guys tired.
So when the Knicks take this last playoff spot and we got to play the Heat.
He don't, or Indiana, because he's not playing well right now.
They both were going back and forth on one
spot.
Yeah,
playing well.
You think you can get that?
Yeah. I think right, the way the Knicks are playing right now is feasible, like Joe said. I agree.
It's a lot of pressure.
Momentum, the whole Phil Jackson thing, the momentum in the Garden, the
Dude might pick up their focus.
Let me ask you something. You know the Knicks can't embrace success.
That's not true.
Cool. But something strange
is
really
right now.
Dude,
when you started winning, you started putting on black suits and you put on
whatever.
a broom.
Like
you
I'm
can't
saying,
take success.
know what's gonna happen? Dudes got to pick up their focus because they're gonna play for their job next year. Little do they know, Phil probably give it to everybody if he has the chance. But their mentality is like, you know what? I gotta focus even more and play to hopefully keep my job.
You know what?
You gotta hope as a Knicks fan that they start thinking that way.
You're thinking as a working man, like a regular working stiff. You're talking about millionaires. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but the way this season's going, nobody's really looking at getting a job next year from nobody else. You think people are beating down Raymond Felton's door to hire him next year?
Well,
you think somebody's beating down J.R. Smith? Not the DEA, just the regular.
All right.
You think anybody's going to be knocking on J.R. Smith's cuckoo's door?
Rihanna?
Nah, she's hating on him.
Nah.
She likes Chris Brown.
Okay.
She likes to get smacked around. But anyway, I'm just saying, man, these guys got to step it up, man. None of them are tearing down their stats and looking great. That they like, yo, whatever, I know I can get a job next year. Some dudes might be like, oh, wow, nobody's called yet? Training camp starting? Nobody's called yet? Very possibility.
But you got to have 12 players out there.
Yeah.
And there's still going to be some players left over.
But there's players on other teams that are working harder.
Maybe you get famous James to be your point guard.
You're a funny guy, right?
Oh. Hey, then he can, he can be the quarterback for the, Jets.
No, famous James, he doesn't play basketball. He's baseball.
Baseball, man.
Oh, baseball?
Football and baseball.
He's trying to do Charlie Walker in Florida State.
And he can play for the Knicks.
He's trying to
be funny.
Anyway, your bad joke. We're going to turn to the
Yankees. You could be a shortstop.
Yeah.
And we want to just let everybody know that that basketball segment and our Phil Jackson rants and all kinds of stuff was brought to you by chillontheradio.net. Check out the podcast and enjoy.
All right.
Now we're going to talk about.
Guys,
keep it up. You turn your mic off in a minute. We're going to talk some football frenzies in the NFL with the free agents flying all over the place. Some not flying nowhere. Some still waiting for their phone to ring. Some of them already signed on the dotted line.
Let's go winners and losers.
Darrell Revis. Is that a win?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
To New England.
Yes. He's got an opportunity. He's an opportunity to get to the next level.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Looks like a special
This is basically, this is a trader, man.
Actually,
I wore this shirt for like 5 years, faithfully, you know what I mean, during the Jets games and all that.
right now,
Faithfully, just, because, you can't respect somebody who does something like that, man,
For our listeners,
We offered them $12 million already. We offered them. And then you go to New England, that was personal.
For our listeners right now, he's actually cutting up a Jets,
Darrell
Revis Jets T-shirt with Darrell Revis' name on it.
Yeah.
So
you can see it's hard to cut up.
He is officially fed up right now.
You see it's hard to cut
I'm
up.
fed up with him. When you pull something like that, man, you just have to.
It's done.
He's
It's done.
It's done, man. I swear, if we wasn't in a house, I'd set that on fire right now. You mean, listen, man. You go to New England, take less money. Something that we offered you. If you would have signed with us back then, during that contract, you'd probably be on like $14 million right now. But since you want to push your way out the door, and pull sucker moves like that. Because that was a sucker move.
Well, we all know Darrell Revis is about the money.
Yeah.
He's about getting paid.
He's a mercenary.
We took $12 million, right? He would have been getting more with us.
I know, but you know what? He's a lot closer to winning the chip with New England than he will be.
You think so?
Yeah.
What you say?
Is he going to be an impact?
What? And he dropped my water with that one.
He was an impact in Tampa Bay.
They played his zone, and that's
when he was there.
Listen,
they had what? They were 32. They were.
You mean
ranked
he was still the same player after the injury?
They were ranked 32nd in defense. When he got there, it was ranked 17th. He cut it in half.
Troy, Jet Nation just said it best.
is he still the same player after the injury?
This year he will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a whole
I
year to
don't
recover.
think so.
Why? Why you don't think so?
I just don't think so.
Why you don't think so?
He's going to be the difference.
Besides Sherman, and you know what? Sherman's good, but I still take Revis. This year I would take Revis over Sherman because Revis is going to be healthier. The only thing about Revis, that's a knock on him, and it's not a bad knock. He's not. Don't do that. He's not an interception guy. He's not an interception guy. But the reason why he's too good. So you know it hurts him being too good because he covers so well that nobody throws his side.
That's the Dion factor.
No, there's no Dion factor. He's no Dion because Dion took balls and turned them into touchdowns. There's no Dion factor. Don't compare him to Deion Sanders.
Oh, no, there's no comparison with my man to anybody.
You know, prime time.
Prime time is prime time.
Right. He intercepted balls, and when you got a cornerback, you want interceptions.
Or deflections, either one.
Deflections, interceptions.
You want interceptions.
The turnover is a plus.
When you watch the game
possession.
and somebody hits the ball down, you think they could have stepped in front of it and intercepted. You say, yo, you should have intercepted that ball.
Yeah, you want the hand.
Yeah, but
you do want it, but
it depends on what down it is.
If he's stopping the down, if he's stopping the play, it's a plus. But, you know, it's a triple plus if it's a
pick. They also sound on Brahma, too.
Yeah,
no, they did.
Yes, they did.
Patriots signed Brahma.
It happened today?
Yeah.
It did happen?
Yeah.
Sure?
3 years they signed him.
But he's going to miss the first four
games.
games. But they did sign him, so he's going to be a sound safety.
Tough. Patriots
they tightened up their backfield. That's what they needed. The defensive backs was question mark.
They're going to lose Edelman, though, possibly.
They already did, I think. They didn't sign him.
I don't
think he signed anywhere.
They gave him an offer. It's up to him to take it. Now he's going to San Francisco, a couple of other teams. Let's talk about guys that won places. Decker to the Jets. How you like that?
School, we need more weapons.
It's better than what you have. I think
it's a good move.
Yeah, if I'm a Jets fan, I'm pretty excited.
Well, what I'm saying is we still got the draft coming and everything.
Still, he's still going to be better than anybody you got coming out the draft.
But we're not finished yet.
No.
This will be fine. They're going to be fine.
So that's a good start.
Get the camp early.
For what we need.
We need Gino work out.
Kamani gone. How do you feel about that?
We got Rogers promoted. We're interviewing him. We got Captain coming in. So they got a couple of options.
Okay, now does this make, because you know Rex defense has always been predicated on having shut down corners. Without no shut down corners.
Well, you got to see how this kid Milner comes in the second year. If he has a good enough.
Not a shut down guy.
Well, you got to see how
he progresses. At the end of the year,
he got better. He got better.
He did. How he progresses in the camp and everything. You know, he could fill that spot.
Maybe they're doing all this because they seen something. I don't know.
You know,
we'll see.
He's got an off season to work.
Because I you know, Darrell was on the team, but when Rex came in, that's when he said, "Hey, he's the best corner in the NFL."
But he is.
But he stepped in, it was like,
he is.
But it wasn't like it was happening. It was like, oh, hey, Rex seen something.
He is.
So,
Edelman hasn't signed with anybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Edelman hasn't signed with anybody.
How about the Justin Tuck thing?
Hey, you know,
Tuck went to Oakland.
$6 million.
That's not the one that bothers Joe. That's not the one that bothers
Joseph.
He went to 2 years, $11 million for the Raiders. The Giants offered him 2 for 6 years. I mean, $6 million for 2 years. He took the $11 million. Can't be mad at him. It's a business decision.
Well, he said if they would have offered him 8, he would have
stayed. But I knew he was going to be gone anyway, and I'm not mad at him for taking the money. He got to do what he got to do.
It's at the end of his career.
In a league where any play could be your last play, you got to get that money.
End of your career.
You got the championships. Get some money. Take care of your family. You're 30 years old.
So you're good with that?
I'm not mad at it.
Is that a good bet? Let's go good bet.
That was respectable because he did something.
Yeah.
Your man whined. The dude right here whined and cried.
Yeah.
His way off the Jets.
He always had to be the highest paid.
That's why he's not with the Jets. Darrell. That's what we asked.
He always had to be highest paid, and then they would do nothing.
You know what I mean?
But you know what? Highest paid, but he's still the best corner.
Well, hey, you know what? No more excuses anymore.
I'll take Richard anytime.
You at the castle now, right?
Yeah, I'll take Richard Sherman anytime. I would take Richard Sherman over him.
I don't know. Richard Sherman gets a lot of help. his man coverage is a scheme. Like it's not a real that. He's good though, but Now Darrell Reeves has no excuse.
Yeah, got to show improvement.
You wouldn't have it now, baby.
But
DeMarcus went to Denver.
That was big.
That's bad.
Why is
I
that
don't
bad?
think he's gonna last.
I think it's a good.
I think the
Von
calf
Miller,
is shot. That calf is shot, baby.
Play linebacker. You got to play defensive end.
Hey.
Can he really
Can be
cover with
situational.
Gronkowski?
He can be situational. Bring him on pass rushing downs. Bring first down. Bring him on third down. They don't need to play every snap. If they get a young dude in the draft, they can switch him up. They don't have to play every snap. They can work it out.
You sure about that?
He won't be out there as long though, because you know what, Peyton Manning, they're
gonna play with the lead a lot of times. John Fox is a defensive guy. He's gonna work it out.
They got Peyton Manning throwing touchdowns every 4 seconds.
They got Ware and Talib.
And they got T.J. Ware.
Yeah, the safety.
Yeah,
safety.
So they kind of strengthened up their defense.
Yeah,
they strengthened up. They're
secondary.
Definitely better.
They're much poorer.
Definitely better.
If it's healthy.
Well, we'll see.
You gotta stay healthy, man.
Steve Smith, 13 years, played with
The Panthers.
Carolina to let him go.
Shaft, yeah,
but he goes to the Ravens.
Yeah. Got a chance.
Great pickup.
Like I said, that pitcher, he's a tough
He's
little gritty
upset.
dude.
They threw dirt on his name.
Jacoby Jones.
They was throwing dirt on his name. On the
Shouldn't have.
Shouldn't have. He was the heart of that team.
Done a
He
lot
was
for
the
that
franchise.
organization.
When y'all was nothing.
Did a
When
lot
you
for that
think
organization.
When you think of the Panthers, you think of Steve Smith and Kevin Green, and that's about it.
Nah, Sam Mills. You think
Sam Mills? Yeah, Sam.
But think about all the bum quarterbacks he got thrown in the ball for years.
No, DeLone wasn't bum when he first came.
Between DeLone
wasn't
and Cam,
The
a
bottom
lot
line
of
is
bums.
this. The bottom line is this. They went to the chip.
Yeah, with DeLone.
They went to the chip.
He took it to
I mean, y'all been to chip. We've been to chip, Troy?
Nah, I haven't sniffed the check.
Hey.
You understand what I'm saying? You've been to chip.
I wouldn't have been mad if Steve Smith came over here and played in New York. I would have been.
And they lost by a field goal.
By field goal.
Yeah, military.
He just signed another contract.
He did.
Yeah, he's like 45.
He signed.
Yeah. He's a legend. He's a legend, B.
Yeah, he can kick. As long as you can still kick, that's what you need.
New Orleans letting Sproles go.
That was crazy.
And he went to the right place,
Philadelphia.
Yeah, I wasn't too happy with that, but
I think
you know,
That's gonna be problems.
Yeah.
It's gonna be problems.
Until he gets smacked. Because you know my man Calvin Peake smacked him, and he wasn't the same for the rest of the year. So, just smack him.
Well, we signed
But you got him and you got what's the other running back?
McCoy. Yeah, that's super fast.
Yeah, we got the little fast, little scat doors running around, little.
But you know what? That means when they're on the 1 yard line, they can't punch you in.
Bottom line is this. I would love Sproles though on my team.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd have made a call for that as a third down back.
What?
He's a weapon.
What?
But hey, you know,
Hey, guess what he can do? A screen.
Yeah. We're gonna work on that with our new OC. Who's gonna work on the screen.
Yeah, with Rashad Jennings, right?
No, not even just Rashad Jennings is good and Wilson, but we got the guard from Kansas City.
Right.
Kansas City had a rough free agency. They lost their 3 starting linemen.
Listen, and Dolphins picked up my man Albert Mitchell.
We took Schwartz, their guard, who's a very athletic and versatile guard who can play tackle, move him around, and he got good feet to run them. The screens, which we stunk at last year, and which our new OC is going to work on, because he's coming from a West Coast system where they like to do screens and wide receiver screens and all that. So hopefully this works out. I like Jennings. Jennings is a decent back, man. He's got good speed, got good size on him, and plus he's not going to be like the #1 dude and getting 40 carries a game.
No. Yeah.
We're going to pick up somebody. They got Peyton Hillis. They got to see what Wilson.
Oh yeah, we re-signed Peyton Hillis
for 1 year deal.
Albino Rhino.
And they're going to get somebody to draft. So somebody's going to get cut. Somebody's going to get cut in the
He was jinxed when he got on that Madden cover.
Somebody might get cut come after camp because you're going to go pick up a back in the draft. And we re-signed the Rhinoceros for a 1 year deal. The fullback because he got hurt last year.
But you lost
got
Joseph,
a 1 year deal. Who?
You lost Joseph.
Yes, that I didn't like that. He was one of our best defensive tackle. Our best defensive tackle.
But you signed the linebacker though, right?
Yeah, we re-signed Beeson,
right?
And we brought in McClain from Alabama. He used to play for the Ravens. He had a little bad thing going on with Baltimore, but he sat out the last part of the season. We signed him. Hopefully, he got his mind right. He's focused, ready to play some ball, and we see what he can do. Signed him for I think a 2 year deal for like $8 million, something like that. Not too big a paper. So hopefully he can. He got good speed. Hopefully he can help cover the.
How many chances? Oh, watching this.
Yeah, Syracuse just had. I know.
They shot some of the worst.
They just had. Hold on,
Syracuse is going down.
We don't mean to switch, but you know, but what we're here, we have on the big screen, on the giant screen.
Yes.
On the giant screen here at the studio. We went Syracuse. They were down 66-60, 3.
Oh!
Had,
look at this. Look at this.
That's one.
Drinking milk out the bowl.
Two.
No, what are you on?
That's 3.
Come on.
Come
on. What do you mean? Okay. There's another one. Here go one more for you.
4.
Nothing.
4 chances. They shot 4 air balls on 4.
Oh my
3-point
and Mr. Dunk.
And Mr. Dunk. My man was way up there. His head was on the rim.
He's like 9 feet tall.
It's 1 second left in NC State ball.
NC State's gonna pull his
That
game
was
out.
the longest 1 second point.
That's what March Madness is all about, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. March Madness.
Basketball.
It's coming.
So basically, Syracuse is hitting the textbook. They back to school.
But
No, they're going into the tourney, but whatever.
We'll talk. We'll
back
get back
to
to that. Get back to football. Jonathan Martin traded to San Francisco.
Much better. He's back in Stanford.
Back with his college coach.
That's his college coach.
Hopefully he can
back at Stanford.
get his mind ready to play ball and see what he can do, you know, and
But,
rejuvenate his career.
Breaking news.
I don't even look at it. Breaking
Syracuse
bad.
lose. Are you going to post tonight?
I only post when I win, right?
Penny's been saying, you know, how you know, great to be on top of the world.
Yeah.
You got an orange ball?
You got to go back 2 shows to where this guy was just, he came in
Beside
here,
himself.
he was
Beside
extra.
himself.
Oh man.
Beside himself, Mustafa.
And I don't think they won a game since he came in that day.
Ain't nothing stopped.
Y'all haven't won a game since you came in that day on your high horse, and I told you, I said you're going to lose now. Kev, what did I tell him? Kev,
You?
I
What I
told
did
you.
last year.
I didn't bring a broom.
We said who's going to go further. We both lost in the first round. So push.
Yeah. I didn't bring a broom on the set, unlike some people.
No, you do.
But
No.
You talked to him.
jinxed your
You
team.
pushed him. I did a push.
Jinx
Kev,
your team.
talk to him.
Jinx your team.
Thank
You did a push. Go in the
Thank
bathroom.
you.
Listen,
I
I talked about Brooklyn and I talked about the Orange.
No.
Brooklyn's still doing well, and we still go to the tourney.
Hey, you know, hey, for those of you who, if you want to join our discussion, always you can check us out on our Facebook like page, or you can hit us up on the Block Sports Talk page on Facebook, or you can go CLR on the Block Sports Talk. Leave us your comment. Let us know who you think is going to go to the Final Four.
Back to football.
Yeah.
What you think? Are you surprised by Jared Allen and Peppers still sitting out there? I don't know.
Because you know why? Because
Jared Allen's still productive.
very, very productive. Because you know, free agency is not a race; it's a marathon.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And
So
you have to take your time and know where you're going.
I like
you know what
that.
I'm saying?
I like that.
But it's the truth, though.
Yeah.
That's a good
You know what I mean?
analogy, though.
It's true.
I mean, that's
It's not a race; it's a marathon, and there's still a lot of players out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Still a
saying?
handful of receivers.
Right. And you know, the bottom line with free agency, all free agents get overpaid.
Yeah. Especially the first day or two.
Everybody's overpaid in free agency.
Everybody.
Look at Mike Wallace, the first free agent last year.
Yeah.
Way overpaid.
Y'all won the Super Bowl last year. This time last year?
Woo! Way overpaid. You know what I'm saying? So
Y'all trying
you
to trade
know,
him?
you don't no, he's still productive.
Yeah.
He's still productive.
all right.
I got no problems with our wide receivers. I'm happy with our wide receivers. But
I think Jared Allen's going to get a call before Peppers, though, because he's been
no doubt.
He's been healthy like a...
No doubt. The reason why Peppers took that hit, though, it was too much over the salary cap, though.
Yeah. They gave him
Crazy.
money last year.
You know what I'm saying? And now Jared Allen, is he going to go to Seattle? Now Seattle loses Clemens now too. Right?
Yeah, they cut Clemens.
He went to Jaguars.
Yeah. But they got somebody else because they signed last year, so they might not need Jared Allen. I don't know.
Listen,
I wouldn't mind
see
taking
what
him.
happens.
I'll take him for a 2-year deal.
Look at Hatcher. Hatcher went from Dallas to Washington.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with that.
Rackpo, nobody's picked up a Rackpo yet.
No, he's re-signed.
Well, who?
Rackpo re-signed with the Redskins.
Well, okay.
Okay.
And they re-signed some. They got a defensive back they signed, but that's the Redskins. They're not gonna do nothing. They'll look good for a minute and they'll fall apart. Like
Golden Tate signs with Detroit.
good
pickup.
move. Yeah. If they get a nice size guy
Now,
with
would
some
you
size in the draft,
rather have Golden Tate or Decker?
Oh, that.
Yeah, I'd take Decker.
Decker gets no separation though. He's big.
Yeah, but I know
Gets
he'll
no
catch the
separation,
ball.
though. You know what? But you had Peyton Manning throwing you the ball.
So
Peyton Manning makes everybody look
yeah,
good.
what's his name throwing
Gotta
the
get
ball
over.
last year?
He doesn't get open.
Who's the guy's name?
Did he play in the Super Bowl, Decker?
Was he there? Well, any Broncos in the Super Bowl.
That's why was there. But was Decker there?
Yeah, Decker was there.
I seen him get interviewed, though.
Yeah, he was.
Was he in the game?
He's supposed to be.
I know the offensive line wasn't in the game.
But I know Jonathan Martin wasn't in the game.
No. But you understand what I'm saying, though,
Yeah,
right?
he was very invisible.
Yeah.
He was very invisible.
Hey, Golden State's good. He's gonna be a good.
I don't remember one play of Eric Decker in the Super Bowl.
Listen, I'm just stating facts.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm not trying to be funny,
play.
though. I'm just stating facts, though. I myself, I like Decker. Listen, he caught what? 8 touchdowns when he was with Tebow.
Yeah.
He could be a nice distraction for our number one.
You know what I mean?
How about that?
Golden Tate's he's gonna get some good looks, man. He can run them underneath things.
I like
good
Golden
looks.
Tate because he can get separations quick and fast.
Double coverage on Megatron.
Megatron, and if they draft Mike Evans, oh my God.
Hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully.
Oh
that
my
won't happen.
God.
How about Jared Burke going to New Orleans? Overpaid, but that's a great pickup.
Who? What player?
Jared Burke.
Oh,
Best safety in the
safety.
game.
Yeah,
Best safety in the game.
Buffalo, they lost. Yeah.
Definitely best safety. Best interception safety in the game.
Yeah, they did that because they
Man,
lost.
because he get what was his interception in Buffalo last year? 8, 9, what he had 10 this year. Last 3 years, he done had what? Damn near 30 interceptions.
Yeah, he's been stepping up.
27 interceptions.
It depends on what we're giving away to get.
You didn't give nothing away.
He's a free agent.
Free agent. Bye-bye.
That's it. Then that hurts.
Well, they got to get some outside weapons now because all they got is Jimmy Graham, the superstar.
Well, our problem is not our defense anyway. Our problem is our offense being a little bit more productive.
That was
Our
the problem when
defense
you
been
lost
holding
your
us
best
down.
defensive player.
Yeah.
It's going to be a problem now that you just lost your best player.
It won't be that much of a problem if we have a better offense, though.
That's the thing.
We've been struggling at the line protecting the quarterback. It's struggling for years. So
Well, y'all got the Darrell Reeves killer over there.
Well, you know
So that
what?
should be all right.
Who does Marvin Lewis?
Johnson.
Does Marvin Lewis have anything on the Bengals organization? Because he just got a 3-year extension.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good coach. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind having that.
Yeah, but some other coaches do.
But he never wins. He gets bumped in the first round all the time.
Marvin Lewis has the same agent Kiflin has. Because he always seems to get a job.
No,
He's
he's
got
got the same job.
Yeah, I know.
He's got footage on somebody, man. He's got something. But hey, big shouts to Lovey Smith pulling some strings and bringing some talent down there.
McCown.
Yeah, that's pretty good look.
McCown. I
thought they were quarterback competition now.
So okay, let's talk.
Because the dude that was the starter last year was looking okay, so now they
He
bring
was
him
damn
McDowell.
good.
But it's still going to be competition.
He was a skinny, mighty ice.
Lovey said he's going to be my starter.
He's damn good for that situation. No, for that situation.
Granted, though,
Listen, you lost the muscle hamster last year, right?
Lovey said McDowell's my starter.
McDowell's
So
starter.
that's what he said. He said after
This kid wasn't that bad last year. I'm telling you, it was great.
He going back to the bench.
All right, without muscle hamster, what do you got?
He was sufficient.
Who do you got?
Great.
Who do you
Was
got?
he better than McNown? The games that McNown played?
The kid that
Glennon.
No, come on, man.
Who did he throw to?
They were 4 and 12.
Damn good. That's his name.
He was damn good for what he had. He had Tampa Mike, and that was it. Name the running back.
He said he was damn
Name the running
good.
back for Tampa Bay.
Derek Martin.
He's going back to the
He
bench.
went out.
Nice.
He blew his knee out last
Let's
year.
go back to the
Remember?
bench.
Yeah. After 9 games.
He's going back to the bench. McNown's the starter.
Yeah,
Lovey
no doubt.
said it.
No doubt.
And he showed it. He could do it.
I mean, McNown's been in the league for 11 years now. This is what is his 8th team, so I mean.
California kid ain't doing nothing over in Tampa, bro. I'm telling you.
Hey,
why not?
Lovey making him a starter. See what he can do. He looked good this year with the Bears.
Right.
The 5 games he started.
Speaking of quarterbacks, let's talk a little bit about the Jets situation and their backup quarterback. Sanchez coming back. You're going to take Vic.
Don't do it.
It's one or the other.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
Well, there's somebody out there, isn't there?
It's one. It's
Who's out there?
Who? And you know how Woody
Kirk
loves.
Cousins.
And you know how Woody loves the back page.
Yeah.
Throw Michael Vick on that back page.
You throw Michael Vick on the back page, you're just destroying that.
So do you want Sanchez back?
Listen, I got faith in Gino. Like, why is everybody like, yo, wait, whoa, you never
You need another quarterback though because you need to push
I know,
this guy.
but it's just like I know, I understand that.
And you know what? Gino didn't do enough. He didn't do enough.
He got it at the end of the year, Cass. He got it. He got it. I watched
He didn't do enough, but he did
It clicked
more
off
than
because
enough for a guy who shouldn't have been a starter his first year.
But listen, if Sanchez didn't get hurt, he wouldn't be started. He wouldn't have been
But thank God he did, and he got the experience, and he got it.
Okay, so who's the backup quarterback now?
I
Who's
guess
there
it's
to
going
push
to
him
be
to make
Mark
him better?
Sanchez.
Who's there to push him to make him better than?
That kid Sims? Did they keep the Sims boy?
Yeah,
he looked alright in the.
I mean, listen, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about Gino. I know, I feel you. Yo, you gotta hit it. You gotta do that. I'm not worried about that.
You gotta get.
I got my quarterback.
So you happy with Gino?
I'm extremely happy with Geno Smith.
You gotta get it back.
Extremely. The dude got it. I know you wouldn't be. I wouldn't be happy with Tannehill. He's sucking right now.
He
beat him in the last game of the season last year. Knocked him out the playoffs. Geno beat him. Geno beat him. Geno and D. Millen to beat him. How about that, baby?
Geno played well.
Geno and D. Millen to beat you.
Hey, the Giants will trade Curtis Painter.
I'm not worried about a backup. You can keep Mark whoever. I got faith in Geno.
All right, you said that. Right?
8-8. Hey, you never know who they're gonna get in the draft.
8-8.
Never know.
They gotta show up the line.
Draft is not even here yet.
Yeah. A lot of things,
Free agency's not even over yet.
Right, it's a marathon. Like I said, that's not even over.
Hey, special announcement. We can take our time to get into our topics because we could go more than an hour now on our shows because of podcasts. You can always check us out on podcasts, on iTunes, and on Pro Audio DJ. So, just let y'all know we just making an announcement. We're going to go overboard today and let it go. So, let's keep it going, fellas.
Okay. So,
So
no Michael Vick. No Michael Vick, no Sanchez.
Dog, you got to keep one of them. I said I'd rather take Sanchez.
Okay.
I wouldn't touch Vic. Turnover machine. He can't stay healthy. I don't know how much of a push it would be for the young Geno, realistically. That's just my
somebody opinion. Who's not a Jet fan and wants the Jets to lose will want us to take Michael Vick. There's no reason for this guy to come here. David Garrard came here. What did he do?
David Garrard's not Michael Vick.
He's not Michael Vick, but he's a damn good quarterback. He's damn good. So he sucks. David Garrard sucks. When he was healthy, he sucked.
He was good
when he was healthy. He was okay. He was pretty good. He was
damn good.
He was pretty good.
He put up good numbers.
Pretty
good run.
He's pretty good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
He's tough.
What's the difference between him and Michael Vick? Michael did it more flashy.
Speaking about that,
it was more cute.
Speaking about that, what's up with MJD? Anybody picked him up?
He's still out there.
Wow.
I think he's still out there.
And we didn't pick him up.
Dude, he's 30.
Dude's 30. That kid's he still got a little mileage.
Like people look at him.
MJD.
Maurice Jones-Drew.
He'll get picked up.
We should pick him up. He got a little mileage on him. We can still use that kid. He can catch you out the backfield.
I'm surprised.
He can block. The kid is nice. He maybe not be a kid anymore, but he still got.
I think we're going for the youth movement in the draft to find a running back.
Oh man, but a guy like that you can use, man.
You looking for David Wilson trying to find quick fixes. That's what you look for.
No, quick fix.
Like the Patriots or something like that.
Yeah, all right. Let them get.
End up on some championship contender.
Blunt still is out there too.
Blunt plus trauma?
Yeah, he's out there.
There's a reason for that.
Okay, this is a New York show, right? We hold our show in New York. I mean, we all have other teams that we like, though. We hold our show in New York. Who's closer to the chip? Giants or the Jets right now?
What, the Bills is not in this? We New York?
No, we're talking New York. No, the Bills are not in this.
We're talking the primary New York teams.
The Bills are not in this.
Oh, that's so
in New York City.
That was disrespectful, but
we were certified by the great previous Governor Pataki.
Listen,
to tell us the real New York team, man. You got to put us in this.
We're the foundation.
But when you pick up the New York paper, though, it doesn't say Buffalo Bills.
They never cover the Bills.
Hammer, don't hurt me. Hammer, don't hurt me.
And that's the capital.
We're the foundation of the NFL.
We're in the capital.
Can't get bigger than that.
Back to the question.
Who's closer to a chip? Syracuse. Then you two,
come on, man.
You're a Giant fan.
Yeah, real talk.
Who did you say?
I said the Giants or the Jets.
I think the Jets are.
Nah, I think the Giants are about this much. The Giants are.
Now we got a better defense, better offensive line.
Yeah.
We're closer.
Is there such thing with the Jets as being close to the championship?
They're 4-7 is crazy.
I mean, we're closer. We have a better team. Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
We have a better team, better
defense.
Slightly better offense.
Defense with offense, he take the check.
And listen, I can respect you. You're a fan.
I said this a little bit.
You bleed blue.
I think Eli gives us the little edge.
I'm bleeding blue.
Yeah, but we're not talking about the Buffalo Bills.
We're talking about winning.
We're talking about the Jets. Giants.
Yo, remember like 3 years ago we do the show, we'd be like, yo, JPP, yo, Mo Wilkins, you gotta step it up in the face. Now it's like, dudes do that 2 sacks in a year.
Had the bad back, man. The shoulder surgery and all that.
Over.
No, it's gonna come back.
No, you got to come back from back surgery.
He has to. Well, remember he had it and he got to recover. Last year was a recovery year. He has to step up now, because if he don't, he's gone.
That back is
more. Young boy, the rookie from last year, he's got the torch passed to him.
Yeah.
So I gave it to him. Said, "It's your time to shine, boy. You showed flashes last year. You're gonna get all the snaps. It's his time to shine." The mattress Moore, rookie last year. It's his time to shine. He got to get on the field and make it happen. Him and JDP got to make it happen.
Just a little better than us right now.
And the young defensive tackle we signed from Ohio State last year. Time to step up.
The only thing is, you're in a bad conference. It's a rough conference where you guys are at. New England's loading up like it's arms race. New England is loading up.
NFC East is just as tough.
We're built to beat each other in our division. So y'all look at it like, oh, no, we're built to beat each other.
We are.
You know what I mean? So that thing is,
we'll be fine. We'll be a playoff team.
It's just like we'll all split games, and then we'll lose everybody. I'll lose everybody else. Like,
Kentucky bust that. Giants will be a playoff team. It's a toss-up. I'll just say a toss-up for who's close to the Super Bowl. A toss-up right now.
I mean, it's hard for me to say, but I think the Jets are better than the Giants right now, as far as talent-wise, and if you look at what they have on paper. And what they have. Offensively, no. Offensively, the only thing y'all really got going for y'all right now is
we was better than y'all offensively last year.
Yeah.
As crazy as it seems.
Yeah, no, they were.
Yes, it's crazy.
They were. They got more heart. They go after it. We were just lollygagging last year.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do it no more.
Well, when you think offense, though, you think Victor Cruz, you think Eli Manning. I mean, you think Eli Manning, Victor Cruz, then you had 6
touchdowns.
Geno Smith, Santana Holmes when he played, or Stephen Hill. So you definitely think Giants more offense, because if you think of it that way, look at stat wise and all the other stuff. Jets had a really good running.
If you looked at the game,
their running game was on point. I like Ivy. He runs hard. He runs like a man. That's what he's supposed to.
And you know what? And their offensive line was good. Jets always had a good offensive line, though. And that was the Giants' downfall. They didn't have
that, and we couldn't run the ball. We couldn't stop anybody
from running the ball. Offensive line was horrible. What was there wasn't healthy, and they stunk. That's why a lot of them are gone. And the kid Schwartz from the Kansas City, hopefully he helps.
He will.
Hopefully he's going to help, and then we get somebody to draft. Hopefully, if Tyler Lewan from Michigan, the All-Pro, the All-American, falls down to us at 12, we snatch him up, because you got to have that. That kid, he's a beast. He's like 6'7". He's an animal. He's got that nastiness that you want in a left tackle. We need that. Hopefully they scoop him up. And Snead's gonna be back for another year for whatever he could bring if he's healthy.
As long as he's healthy.
If he's solid guard.
He's solid.
So we got with Pugh, this kid Schwartz, and hopefully we bring in a strong rookie that can start. We got a 12th pick. There's a chance to bring that.
Speaking of that AFC East, you got Davis and Brown.
Yeah, their backfield is going to be tough to throw once.
Yeah, that's what I told you. Got a rough time.
You can't pick up Cortland Finnegan. You can't disrespect them.
It's a good pickup, though.
Yeah, they can be scored on.
Grimes and Finnegan, they're not as good as Reeves and Brown, but I like Brown. I like Grimes and I like Finnegan.
I know Cleveland made some moves.
How you feel about Hakeem Nicks going to the Colts?
He's a sucker. But hey, you know what? I'm just joking. I'm just playing.
No, he's not.
You know what? I knew he was going to be going anyway. Yeah, I believe that. And I did call he was going to be going anyway.
He didn't want to be there. Sometimes change is good for certain players.
Right.
Hakeem Nicks is good for him to go.
I'm just surprised he didn't go.
I'm surprised he's going to Carolina.
I thought that's why I knew he was going to Carolina. They made an offer, but it was too late because he took. But one of the guys called it. One of the experts. He said he's going to take a small 1-year deal to play up for that big contract for next year. Because the numbers, exactly. He got to stay healthy. And he got to produce because he didn't produce last year. He was allegedly healthy and he didn't produce.
And then you know
why? He wasn't going to get no big money.
Then you know why he probably didn't go to Carolina? What was his deal?
Oh my God. What's his deal? Well, before they let go of Steve Smith,
right?
I thought that would have been a good option.
Ted Ginn, he went to Arizona.
Yeah, Ted Ginn was never that great of a receiver.
Yeah, but he's a good second or third receiver though. As far as the number one, no, but a good second or third because he's supposed to be fast though.
Dario Alexander.
He needs a deep threat. Yeah, and he's a deep threat.
Well, he's got T.Y. Hilton, he's got Reggie, they got the tight end, they got Andrew Luck.
That's a really good. That's a really
Well,
good.
he needs a little bit of luck.
Yeah, they're going to be all over the place.
And
He's playing inside the
Indianapolis
fast
is a team
track.
that's an up and coming team.
Well, they were doing it last year.
Yeah.
They were. What was it?
And they needed an extra
slogan last
Great
year?
playoff win for them over Kansas City.
What was the slogan last year? Chuck Strong.
Yeah, well,
They're Chuck Strong.
Yeah, they are.
They
They're
play.
Chuck
They
Strong.
play. They needed an extra weapon to open it up now.
Miles Austin hasn't been picked up.
Well, he can't.
He's always hurt.
Hamstring is popped.
Hurt all the time.
He can't.
I like Miles Austin.
I like
He
him.
had good
He
hands.
burst on the scene. Daryl Alexander from San Diego. He didn't get picked up. Great wide receiver too.
I don't know about great.
Great. When you say great,
He's too loose with the adjectives. He
Yeah,
always
definitely.
been. We'll talk about that after the show. He's a loose adjective guy.
like that hat. Great.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah,
Actually,
it is
Great
fantastic.
hat. That is a great hat. I love that hat. Though.
There you go.
Well, 20
Fantastic.
years ago. Yeah.
No,
LeGarrette Blunt.
That's a classic though. I get that.
Yeah,
LeGarrette Blunt. Blunt Force
It's
Trump.
all right though. It's running backs. Running backs. They don't have to get signed right away. Though.
Michael Vick hasn't been signed.
Yeah, that's
Can you
true.
believe that?
Yeah.
We talked about that though.
Yeah.
I'm just messing around. Yeah. There's a lot of people on the chopper block here. But like you said, it's
We still got a month to go
yeah,
before
so-
draft time, and the draft is very deep and wide open.
Very deep.
All these mock drafts are kind of cool.
Especially for wide receivers.
Yeah,
It's a very deep draft for wide receivers.
A lot of
very deep
a lot
draft.
of big wide receivers too. So they got people who want their 6'4", 6'5" wide out. There's a handful of them coming out this year.
Where's Mark Millen when you need him, right?
Come on, man. That's a good. He's a great linebacker, man.
San Antonio Holmes. Where do you think he goes?
Patriots.
Retirement.
Let's go to the Patriots.
You think so? 'Cause that's what Bill Belichick does.
Yeah, that's what he does. That's how he breathes.
He's a backup for you. He's a good backup for you. Jason Campbell.
They're gonna go to the Super Bowl, and
He'll make the game
He'll
winning
make the
catch
game
like
winning
the
catch.
Steelers.
that's how it goes, man.
Jason Campbell's a good backup for you guys. He's a good backup for us.
Jason Campbell.
Yeah.
I don't want him.
Jason Campbell's not bad. Jason
Yo,
Campbell's not bad.
I was about to. Yo,
I'll take
I was about to say that. Like, yo,
you bugging.
Yeah,
You're bugging. I'll take.
Nah.
Listen, you can get more out of there. Give me Jason
He'll
Campbell.
give you a good 4 games.
They didn't give him enough a chance in the Redskins.
Oh, don't talk about him now. Don't talk about him now.
Well,
I
yeah,
said
they
Jason
gave
Campbell.
him a chance to Cleveland. Now, Cleveland has no wide. No, Cleveland. How about?
No,
how about
they got
Wheeler?
wide receivers.
How about, I'm sorry. They have no quarterback.
Yeah.
How about Wheeler?
Brandon Whedon.
He's free.
Why y'all pushing him over
I'll
here?
say.
We're just saying though. You
We signed. We got 2 quarterbacks already.
I'll take Jason Campbell as my backup.
I'll
Me
take
too.
Jason Campbell. That's no questions right there.
So that's what the Browns make some moves. They on defense wise. They signed some defensive linebackers, some good young guys. To hopefully and a corner. They signed another corner to go along with Hayden.
Yeah.
So they got
Hold on, who's the corner they picked up?
Look it up real quick. Who they picked up? They picked up either a corner or a safety to go with Hayden.
I'm looking it up right
They
now.
solidified their defense, but they need to get a quarterback.
They wouldn't have no quarterback.
They
Well, they're
might
going
be
to the
waiting
draft.
on-
They're going to the draft.
Dante Whitner they got.
You don't think they're going to win that kid Hoyer?
They got
He
Dansbury.
looked good and got hurt.
Carlos Dansbury.
Yep, they picked up Dansbury.
Yeah.
Oh my
Picked up
God.
Dansbury linebacker though.
Yeah, good vet. Help the young guy.
My man from
Jackson.
Harrison at Bengals let go Harrison.
Yeah, he's another one.
And the Steelers let go
Woodley.
Marvel
To the
to the
Raiders.
Raiders.
He went to the Raiders.
Mm-hmm. 1 year.
Yep.
What's up with the Raiders signing all these 1 year guys though?
They got like $60
It's
million
the
under
Raiders,
the
right?
cap.
They haven't won in.
Since
They haven't had a
83.
500 record in about 11 years.
They got $60 million under the cap. They don't know what to do with themselves.
Did you hear that they ain't going to victory formation in 2 years?
I'm serious?
Wow. They're serious. They haven't went to victory formation
That's
in 2
heavy,
years.
man.
They need a quarterback because I don't know about. I'm not sold on.
Price pretty good. Price not bad. Price not bad.
I don't know. Some of his decision making is kind of
Yeah.
He's a rookie.
He ain't no rookie, man. It's like his 3rd year.
No, it's his second year. It's his second year.
This is his third year coming up.
Right, but he was a rookie as far as playing last year.
Yeah, his first year getting all
First
his
year
runs.
playing. He did win some games.
Yeah, he's too quick to take off.
What quarterback is
here, yo?
What rookie quarterback is
I think it's his 4th year, man. It's like his 4th year.
No,
Look up Terrell Pryor.
Look up to Terrell Pryor, yo.
This will be his 3rd year coming. Last year was his 2nd year.
I don't know.
Last year was his 2nd year.
Well, remember he had to sit out a year. After he left college because of the trouble, and he didn't do nothing.
This will be
So
his
this- I
will
think
be
this
his
is
3rd
his
year
third.
coming.
Are you looking it up? No.
No. Dante Whitner.
Thank you, next there, bro. Thanks.
Dante Whitner. That's who you were talking about.
Right?
Yeah.
From
the 49ers.
49ers.
He went to Cleveland.
Yeah. Wow. That's a monster crew right there, man. That defense.
Yeah, but they got no offense though.
Baltimore didn't have any offense. They won a chip.
Josh Griggs.
Baltimore won a chip with Trent Dilfer.
They got
but that defense was.
That shit is sharp.
They have a wide receiver. They just need a quarterback.
That defense was awesome, though, man.
Because that kid's good.
You can't compare that defense. That defense. Was
I'm not comparing the defense, but you can win championships on Tuesday.
Right. But that defense was another, atmosphere.
The Bucks won it with Brad Johnson.
Yeah, but that was Tony Dungy's team, though.
No, it was Brad Johnson was the quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, but that was Tony's team.
That was Tony's team. Warren Sapp and them.
Yeah, that was Tony's team. That Gruden won.
For some reason, Oakland.
But he just go left on his own.
He'll always go.
No, I ain't going left. I just don't like that.
He was talking about the quarterback.
I said they wanted with Trent Dilfer. I said, yeah, they did.
Right here, man. We gotta turn his mic off. You lucky we don't got multiple different mics. This guy right here. I got an upset thing. I had this funny little idea, this little weirdness in my mind about the draft. I have a feeling there's going to be a shocker, and Johnny Manziel's not going to be the first quarterback taken.
Probably not.
They
say the stock is dropping. But
that's no shock.
He needs to show crazy work at his pro day. He hasn't had that yet, right?
I'm a Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, but he didn't throw.
I'm a Johnny.
No, that was at the combine. He has to have the pro day.
I think he'll do okay in the pros. Like you said, can he stay healthy? That's another story.
Yeah. I think this kid, Corals from UCF, might be the first one taken.
He was talking about him. His stock dropped too.
What, from the combine?
Yeah. Because his fundamentals, the way he drops back.
Well, he's going to have a pro day too. All these guys have their pro day in there to make themselves look better.
We'll see. So, people nag and add stuff of little things, but there's going to be quarterbacks taken in the draft. Manziel will be in the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks taken, and we'll see where he goes from there.
I think Josh Boyd's going to be picked up. He's going to have a decent career.
Is that a kid from Clemson?
Yeah. I like him. Something about him. I like this kid, man.
Like his name?
No. No, I think he's got talent, man. He's got talent. He shows some talent. I'm not saying he's great, like, throwing the word great around like some other people. I think the kid was pretty good. He's going if he gets picked up, he'll put in some work.
Okay.
He's got decent size. He's got an arm. He can run when he has to. So he might be a little gem, a hidden gem. Because, there's always that one guy like, wow, where'd he come from? Like, with Kaepernick, who the hell he came from?
Yeah, you're right.
Because you never know. He might be that guy.
You're right.
You never know. Out of quarterback-wise. Then look at this kid they bring it up from, University of Buffalo, the linebacker?
Khalil Mack.
Yeah, he's the second coming of...
They say he's number 1 now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
They had him in the mock
Mel
draft.
Kiper had him as number 1 in his mock draft.
I know.
Like, when did he come out of nowhere?
You like Mel, but then some things he just does.
It's crazy.
To the left. Mel's to the left, too. But he's an expert, though.
This is 4th year coming? Yeah, this is 4th year start. Then you got Carlos Rogers. I mean, not Carlos Rogers. Carlos Hyde, the running back from Ohio State.
How about the running back from Boston College?
Andre the Giant?
Kid that came in, what he came in? 4th or 5th in the Heisman?
Yeah, he got great numbers, but, they're going to throw that strength of schedule. Who do you really play? You can put up numbers. He can run the ball. I think he'd be a good guy.
Play Florida State, right? They play the ACC, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what they like to throw up every now and then. Who they?
And they almost beat Florida State.
So,
they almost beat Florida State.
I like the kid, like I said, Hyde from Ohio State. He's a strong back. He put up good numbers. But I don't know. We just... With a running back, you can find a running back anywhere.
No,
pretty much.
No, you can't.
Sometimes. You don't have to take one in the first round. That's good improvement.
No. You don't take running backs in the first round.
Yeah, you don't have, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't
so
take
you
running
can get one 3rd round and be like, all right.
You got a super duper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ron Dane, right?
You think the kid Mace from Auburn, he could be a
Ron Dane number 1, right?
He can be that dude.
He's good. He's fast.
He's fast.
He hits the hole. Obviously, he hits the hole
fast.
Ron Dane was number 1, right?
Yeah, Ron Dane. He had a pro. He had a pro.
You were number 1, right?
No,
that was like 10 years ago.
No, I'm just asking. What's the last
first round though?
What's the last running back that went to first round?
Here you go, number what?
Number 1.
His old line was
Tyrone?
Oh, yeah, okay. They had an NFL line.
I'm not sure. You talking about running back that was taken in the first round?
No, number 1.
No, he wasn't.
I don't know.
Ron Dane was not number 1.
Yeah, but they won't pick up shit like stuff like that.
Yeah. Turn off this guy's mic.
Here we go. That segment of okay, you got something?
No, I thought I knew he was going to say another segment or something.
Yeah. We got
Well, we're
some college basketball.
We're talking about some college basketball, a little bit of college basketball before we. I mean, next week is the big thing with the bracket.
Yes. We're going to do a 2-hour special on the NCAA March Madness, whole march to the Final Four and all that good stuff.
This is the championship week, so we're going to discuss a little bit about today. Definitely about the Syracuse losing. And that free agency segment of the NFL was
brought to you by
Pasquale McGee.
Pasquale McGee, that's right, because football's a rough sport and all those guys got bad backs. So check out Pasquale McGee.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. The next segment is brought up by who? 502.
The lovely ladies of the 502 Sports Bar and Lounge over there on White Plains Road in the BX. Big East tournament, big upset. The number 1 seed, Villanova, got bumped out of there by Seton Hall. Took it to him. Buzzer beater type thing.
What do you think about this kid from Cradham and Dorman?
Dougie McBuckets.
He ain't gonna be able to play no defense in the NBA.
He's the real deal, though.
He goes to the basket. He got the jumper. He could put on the Dougie McBuckets.
He's better than Morrison.
You know what?
Yes.
It's not happening.
That sounds like the Jimmer.
No, he's better than Jimmer.
No, because last year
he's better than Jimmer. He's better than Jimmer.
Every year I hear the same thing.
Yeah. This dude can't play any defense, yo.
Every year
everybody come out of Syracuse never plays defense. But I'm saying, look.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
He plays in a better conference than those guys played. Tougher competition-wise than where Morrison played and where Jimmer played.
Where does he play?
He plays in the Big East.
Georgetown in there?
Yeah. And we beat him one time.
Wow.
We held him at 17 under his average, and we beat them last week. When they were 13 in the nation, we beat them.
You know what I'm
we didn't get to win this week.
No.
We beat them last week. Georgetown.
But it was irrelevant.
Georgetown is out of the tournament. They took a loss in their first round game. They're having a very bad year. But the Big East, it's their first year with the new Big East, so they got 10 teams. They got 3 more coming in next year, and they're going to be all right.
My teams got upset this week. Look at Kansas. They lost today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kansas lost today.
By 10.
They got beat by 10.
They missed
Syracuse lost to who? North Carolina.
NC State.
We watched that over here on the big screen. They had 4 chances to win the game at the end.
Yep.
They couldn't even tie the game.
Shot their bricks.
Air balls.
4.
Ugly.
Ugly.
And a dunk. That dude 9 feet tall. What's the dunk?
He says he's 9 feet tall.
The dunk is done. He's down by 3. He's trying to dunk it with 3 seconds down by 3.
And missed.
It was like bad mellow right there, baby.
Bodiani move?
Yeah.
Bodiani move?
Wish you had Dougie McBuckets.
Hey, Dougie, who's the best college playing basketball this year?
Right?
It's very tough.
Nah. Dougie
McBuckets.
Dougie McBuckets.
Dougie's playing.
He just
playing.
Parker's there. Parker's probably second.
He passed
Parker's probably second. As far as a pro, you definitely want to take Jabari Parker.
Yeah, he's got pro body.
Does everything. He played 5 positions.
Yeah.
He played guard, point guard, small forward, power forward. Play a little center if he has to.
I was just talking about that with Coach Black last week. I like him a little better than Wiggins. I think he's better. He's more ready than Wiggins.
No doubt. Wiggins is the real deal now. He's starting to explode, but he's an explosive player. But he's a guard. He can get shut down a little bit, though.
Yeah.
That's what he needs.
He got hurt.
But he's a real deal now. No. He's a real deal. That's But as far as college player of the year, I think I might go McDermott.
Derek McBuckets.
Yeah, he's
McBuckets.
averaging on 27.
This kid's a real deal, Troy. Check him out in the tournament.
Yeah, I know. He just can't play no defense.
But none of these kids don't.
I mean, they excel in the NBA. You got to be able to guard people.
Yeah, they got to guard him.
For him to be a star?
Not really. Well, the
he
NBA
can be guarded.
He
can be guarded.
Listen, he's a star. He's a star as far as in college. We're talking college players right now.
He's going to be picked up.
He's first rounder.
Yeah.
No doubt. Top 5.
Nah.
Top 5.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Definitely.
He is not a top 5.
Why not?
He can't play defense.
Can Wiggins play defense?
Are you kidding me?
Wiggins plays defense. He does. He can.
He'll be top 5 player.
He can. Top 5.
Because
Dougie McDermott is
there's a lot of teams.
No.
Who can't score.
Ed O'Bannon.
Nah, he ain't no.
Really?
No.
Wow.
Really? The dude is Ed O'Bannon.
No, that's rude.
He looks good in college.
That's rude.
He looks good in college, baby. Championship and everything.
He didn't even say Charlie.
He gets approached.
Charlie was better than Ed.
That's rude.
Whatever happened to them?
They went to Europe, I guess.
Oh my God!
There's a lot of teams. Yeah, they didn't do nothing. There's a lot of teams in the NBA right now who can't score, who have problems scoring. They ain't got no scorers. So Dougie McBuckets is going to get picked up.
He's not being picked up.
He'll learn to play D.
Yeah.
He'll learn to play D.
He might be a late first round pick.
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
He might be a late first round pick.
I don't know. I see him in the high first round. I don't see him low. I don't know.
It's just
he's not a basketball guy.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't see him making it in the next level. I don't see.
I understand what you're saying because I've seen this before. The last person I seen was like Brent Barry. The last good white guy that come out of there.
It's not even nothing to do with white.
Right.
It's nothing to do with that.
We're not talking
I'm just talking about skill.
No, I'm talking about that.
Well, we're talking about skills in Detroit. You off the rocker right
No, I'm not off the rocker because he can't play defense. He can't make it.
In a hole.
He can put it in the hole.
He can put the ball in a hole better than damn near anybody in college.
Okay, y'all said top 5. I say late first round.
We'll see.
Well, we'll see in a couple of months, huh? But I don't know, man. I like his buckets. Yeah. A lot of teams could use him. A lot. Philly could use him. To score. His nickname is McBuckets.
Who can score the next?
He can
besides Melo.
It's a cute name.
He gets buckets.
It's a cute name, but what I'm saying is he's not gonna make it on the next.
He has 17. That's a bad game. Anybody else? That's great.
Tom Gugliotta or something like it's not.
Hey, Gugliotta was nice.
Googly
was okay.
The knee injury slowed him down.
Googs was good.
The injury slowed him down.
You might be thinking about Leitner, but Googs was good.
Googs played.
Was terrible.
Googs is good.
Leitner was slow.
Yeah.
That was his problem. He was big and slow.
Yeah.
Bad.
But you know what? He's a thinker though. He knew the game. You know what I mean?
Could move.
McDermott is kind of fast though.
Yeah.
He can put the ball on the floor. He can shoot.
What?
And Leitner couldn't shoot like McDermott.
No.
And you know McDermott, you look at him, you say Morrison. Morrison.
I think he's better than Morrison.
I do too.
He's much better.
I do
The
too.
only person I really compare him to is maybe Brent Barry. Bones was nice.
I don't believe he comes out of it.
You don't think so? Did you see Brent when he was playing?
Yeah, but
I've seen one of
he
his
couldn't
players.
shoot. Yeah, he couldn't shoot.
He's an athlete.
Thank you.
Going to the basket.
He could
Shoot.
McDermott shoots, man.
With a hand in his face.
Whoosh. Yeah.
And he's 6'9".
You just said Georgetown held him down.
To 17. That's under his
Yeah,
average.
but then he dropped 34 in the next time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had 28. He did work the other day. The other day in the joint.
see.
Yeah, they showed me bucket speed. The buckets, Jabari Parker, Wiggins,
that dude is not.
the kid,
that class.
Kid from
Embiid,
Louisville?
the big man.
Kid from Louisville?
Yeah, the big man for Kansas, but
I like
he
him.
said he's going to stay, so I don't know if he's going to stay elite.
What about the kid from Arizona?
That freshman,
Gordon?
that kid ball.
Mhm.
The freshman from
Ball.
Arizona.
He
ball.
can't shoot free throws. He is. Oh my.
He needs to
God.
stay. I think he can stay.
What's
elite.
in against you free throws these days?
I'm talking about this bad, yeah.
They got a squad though. They got a squad.
Is he a center? No, he's like 6'7".
No, I think he's a forward.
No,
he's a small
It's
forward. He
not
can't shoot
small
free
forward
throws.
though. It's not small forward.
He's a power forward.
He's 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah,
He don't
he's a
6'7".
forward though. He's a
He ain't
forward.
He's
no
not
power
6'7".
forward.
He's still grown.
Well,
he's power forward.
all right. He's a power forward.
He's a power forward, Troy.
He needs to stay.
He's
Yeah,
a
right
now?
power
Yeah, he's
forward.
power forward.
The light skinned freshman.
He's
kid,
6'8", he knows 6'7".
He's a big kid.
He's 6'8", 6'9".
Then they
On
got-
the legit 6'8", 6'9". He plays like he's 7 foot.
Yeah, he plays.
He's not one of
above
those
the rim.
6'7"
Oh.
and when he takes his sneakers off.
No.
All right.
No.
Nah, he's like that. Then you got a boatload of kids on Florida. Can't see him in Florida. I think Wichita kid.
Florida's in that in-between guy. You know, the big man from Florida, what is he, 6'6"?
Yeah,
6'7"?
they play great team basketball.
He's undersized.
Yeah.
Call his
He's like
Williams,
Big Baby. You know what I'm saying? Like Big Baby Davis. Big Baby Davis got a jumper though.
Yeah.
He can put the ball in the hole though. This kid can't. They just keep showing us those moments we love.
Wow.
2 air balls.
That one.
Why didn't they take it out and get a good shot?
Oh,
Where was
man.
fair at? Where was fair?
They don't play smart.
Sometimes he
Watch this one.
disappears.
This one is the worst one right here. Oh, hit nothing. And went out of bounds.
Who was the kid that used to always hit the threes for
Ennis.
Syracuse? No. That was a certain
Look at him, look at him.
who hit the threes all the time.
Oh!
Back in the day, a couple of years ago,
He ran
McNamara.
McNamara.
And Hopkins, Anthony Hopkins.
No, I'm talking McNamara. That's what I'm talking.
He was just water.
I was
But
going for North Carolina State. Only reason because of David Thompson though. David T was at the game.
Your game was televised?
No.
Wasn't he? No, it was on the other night on Fox.
They're only close right now. Yeah.
Did they
Fox
throw a
Sports 1 does Big East games.
Oh,
yeah.
Someone threw a rock through the window and told you to jump down.
Yo.
Funny guy.
I'm just saying, I haven't seen Georgetown in a while on TV.
You don't watch the right channels.
Oh, okay.
They on TV.
I gotta keep my foot up like this.
It may not be on national television.
They are Fox Sports 1 is Big East League games. And they usually on that. On Cablevision, I'm not giving no commercials for them.
No, I would like to know. I don't know. I'd like to know.
I'll let you know off the air.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen.
But don't worry about it. You'll see them next year.
Destroyer in a while.
Anyway.
Destroyer.
Yeah.
Syracuse met Zay. Last 2 years, Syracuse playing well.
Yeah.
Michael Carter Williams, how you doing in the pros? Doing well.
Well, he's on that team with Philly, right?
Lost 18 games in a row?
Yeah.
18. They ain't gonna win another game. Guaranteed.
They're going to get a good pick.
Oh, no.
Noel's coming back.
They got a game against
the Knicks.
You guys.
Are you serious?
We're going to beat them again.
And Philly?
We handled them the other day.
Yeah,
we handled Philly.
So?
Yeah, we don't beat them.
He said that was like a little...
Did you notice that?
Was you wiping the chair there?
No, I was not. I was fixing my glasses.
So we got to worry about Michael Carter Williams.
No, I'm just saying, don't lose to Philly.
We're not losing to Philly.
Y'all don't lose to Philly.
So with Paul Pierce, man, how's he doing, man?
Yeah.
How's everything going with that guy?
Paul Pierce played well. Yeah,
I know he did.
Yeah,
man.
He celebrated next week.
And the night before, he had a clutch jumper.
Listen, he's free right now, baby.
Darren was celebrating about it.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Michael Shannon thing going on there.
Yeah, man. I heard Darren is 2 months now. Man, what's going on, man? You just worry about your team.
I am worried about my team.
I'm playing against your team with the guy doing that.
I
want nobody running down.
Also, basketball, college-wise, he got the Atlantic 10 tournament going on in the Barclays Center.
Oh, yeah.
Fordham was in that. I don't know if they got bumped out of it.
I'll check right now.
Somebody else got bumped in the last year in the Atlantic 10, and they got kicked. No, it was the last year in the ACC, and they got kicked out.
Aren't they trying to bring the ACC to the Barclays Center?
I don't know.
That's what I heard.
Really?
I know the A10 is playing in their tournament this year.
You know what? Let's give a shout out to the Knicks got a D League over there in
White
County
Plains,
Center.
right?
Yeah, over there by where I work, over there in Westchester County Center.
Yeah,
That's a good look. That's a good look.
Before we get out of here, what y'all think about that Steve Nash? I want the money.
Why not? Listen, you know what? Steve Nash is being honest. You know, he didn't say what everybody wants you to say, like, yeah, this is my last year. I really want to make this work, and I'm trying to be, the best player I can be. The bottom line is this: Steve Nash ain't gotta apologize for nothing. He's been a great NBA. I mean, he hasn't won nothing, but he's been. But listen, y'all owe me $9 million. I'm playing for that $9 million. I want that $9 million. We're not talking $2 million. We're not talking $3 million. Yeah. $9.5 million.
That's a lot of money.
I'm playing.
I'll play.
Even if I'm playing hurt, I'm playing, and I can respect his honesty.
Yeah. But you know what?
Now,
okay.
My thing isn't really with that. It's with the media. And
this is you can't be serious moment?
Yes, this is you can't be serious.
I don't put it as you can't be serious thing, because it's not even that.
It's not about him.
It's about the media.
But wait a minute, you can't be serious moment is actually brought to you, okay, by Rosie's Barbershop, Marble Hill, guys over there. Check them out, 225th Street, on the west side of the Bronx. West side.
My whole dilemma with this is
you can't be serious.
If this was a black athlete that came out and said this,
the media would
Firestorm.
I don't think so.
Terrell Owens is still paying to this day because he wanted his money. To this day, you can't bring his. That's a greedy player. All he wanted was his money. That's all he wanted.
But you know what?
But now it's he's honest. He's honest.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what. If Terrell Owens made a lot of noise in the NFL,
and he was a better football player than he was a basketball player.
You know what? And you know what? Steve Nash is a really good basketball.
He was a really good. Teal was great. He was a great wide receiver.
Teal was really good, but you know what? Teal made a lot of enemies though. Steve Nash.
Why? Why did he make enemies? Because he spoke his mind. To the media? Teammates didn't say he was a bad player. It was the media who said he was a bad player.
Listen,
why? Because he wanted his money? Because he wanted his money? Because he wanted his money? So now he's a bad, but with Steve Nash, everything is, it's being honest. You know, you gotta just accept. No.
You know why?
Selfish and greedy like T.O. is.
T.O. He crapped on his quarterbacks. Talked about Jeff Garcia being a little. Talked about Donovan McFly growing up.
He just.
Donovan
I'm a T.O. fan,
Garcia.
I'm a T.O. fan, but T.O. made a lot of enemies, though.
Yeah, he burned a lot of bridges.
Burned a lot of bridges.
Whatever back to where he kind of
Steve Nash
was
really
fighting for
he's
himself.
greedy.
But I understand what he's saying, because look at how Richard Sherman got asked a question, adrenaline pumping right after a game, and they threw him under the media tried to throw him under the buses, all kind of goons, thugs, whatever. Just for saying what he said in the heat of a moment or something.
Right. He's being honest.
Now, if kind of find out that he went to a prestigious college.
Well, everybody knows that. They gave him props on that, though.
Yeah,
that was
they didn't give it up like that.
If Kobe made that statement, it wouldn't be a problem.
You are out of here.
They would have thrown him under the bus.
I don't think so.
They would have attacked his character.
You out of your mind, Cav.
Because it's Kobe Bryant.
You are out of your mind. They would have buried him like everybody else. You gotta be kidding me.
No.
Maybe not Kobe because they love Kobe.
No.
But if it was,
are you kidding me? Kobe's like Louis Gossett.
You
kidding me?
You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy.
White people love Kobe.
Kobe's black. Let's keep it 100.
We're not
He's
making
black.
But now we're making a
That's what it is to me. It seems pretty racist to me. I'm just saying. That's how I feel when I sit back and I watch all ESPN, Sports One. It's just being honest, you know. No, it's being greedy like every other person. That's how I feel about it.
Well, yeah, I feel he's being greedy. Why not? But that's what's owed to him. That's what's owed to him. That's what's owed to him, Troy.
I'm talking about the media.
Yeah, well,
that's what they call every other person who wants their money, right? Well, am I right?
But you know what?
Every other athlete who ever moaned and complained about their contracts, they were crazy.
But that's the media.
And if they even dared say what Steve Nash said, oh my God!
That's the media. That's what they do. They twist stuff around. They twisting around.
We got interrupted for some reason.
You get twisted around and twisted up.
Keep on talking.
And that's his argument, that the media, they're not doing that to Steve Nash. If that was Stephon Marbury, they would have threw him under the bus.
You know why? They
and
would have
ran him over twice and back over.
Because he was
Stephon Marbury sat out, said, I don't want to play, I want my money.
Yeah, but he was eating Vaseline at the
Throw him
time.
out the league. They threw him out the league.
Sitting
They
there
throw him out the league.
You know who threw Stephon Marbury out?
Stephon Marbury.
Stephon Marbury.
Nah, no they did.
Yes, he did.
Signed him. Nah, they turned on him because he wanted his money from the Knicks. They made he wanted his money from the Knicks. He wanted his $20 million. He said, I'm not playing. I want my money. I don't like the way I'm being treated. I don't like my time. I want my money, and I want to get paid.
He did get
They buried him.
He did get a raw deal.
They buried him.
He did get, but he could have handled that better, though.
We're still doing it.
He's still on camera?
He could have handled that better.
But the dude looked in the camera and said, I want my money. He looked in the camera and said it as blatantly. Yeah, of course. That's all I'm saying is, man, is I see it, and I'm not letting it slide. I got a platform to say something.
Speak your mind, man.
Tell your opinion. I'm not. I hear what you're saying. And the media does. They pick and choose who they want to attack, and who they feel is a nicer guy than this one or whatever.
The Ricky Williams feeling? That's what you're saying? Yeah.
Ricky did that to himself too. I mean, Ricky,
Ricky said drugs. We talking about something else. Drugs. So have meat hanging out his mouth. Drugs. Come on, man.
They look like high school kids now.
He is.
Yeah, I hear them. That's cool.
He is.
Up in I forget
One of them
where.
real smart schools, though. Yeah.
Somewhere out west. It's a good look for him. Coach the kids. Gotta do it for the kids. Well, not do it to the kids, but for the kids.
Yeah, he's just trying to figure out what's going on.
Do it to the kids. Oh, you're nasty.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
You're sick, dude.
You're Uncle Magic.
That's about it right there for this week's episode of the On the Block Sports Talk Friday Night Edition. Any other last moments, last big ups? And
just keep up for the next week. Next week, the Hammer won't be here because it's Julian's birthday next Friday.
All right.
Big shouts to Jay.
Taking him out to dinner next Friday.
Okay.
If we have a new show Saturday, I don't know because the Hammer's going to be out of commission because I got to get some teeth work done. You know what I'm saying? I smile a lot, so I gotta have all my. You know what I'm saying? Stuff.
Did you refer to yourself in the third person?
Wow.
Okay.
That's what happens. You know what I mean? It can be a couple of people.
On that note.
Ricky's good. Ricky's good.
We're gonna be going into the NCAA's, the big dances, all the big bracketology and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Talking about that, and my man Dougie McBuckets.
Is Uncle Magic gonna be on the show next week?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not the show.
I think there's something in your ear, Joe. There's something in your ear.
Hey, yo, man, that's simple. On the Block Sports Talk, yo. With my man Big Joe, my man Panda.
Back again, baby.
Yo, man. My man Mustafa make it happen. And hopefully Coach will be here next week. I'm the Hammer. We out, man. Yo.
Oh, man.
Get out of here.
Nah.
Like you said, it's
Yankees, Mets, Knicks, New York, on the block, sports talk, Giants, Jets, Nets, let's go, on the block, sports talk, Philly, Miami, Dallas, Buffalo, on the block, sports talk, NBA, MLB, NFL, we got it all, on the block, sports talk, on the block, sports talk. Directed by Kenny Stafford.